replaying every single interaction we'd had over the past few months, trying to figure out why she would do this to me, but nothing made sense because I had never once laid a hand on her. Other teachers kept walking by the office and whispering to each other while staring at me, and I overheard one of them say, "I knew something was wrong because that poor girl has been coming to school upset for weeks and nobody did anything." When the psychologist finally came out of the room, I searched her face desperately for any sign that this nightmare was about to end, but she looked absolutely devastated, like she had just heard the worst thing imaginable. She walked straight over to the police officer and in a voice barely above a whisper said, "We need to call more units immediately because there are other children involved, and this is much bigger than we thought." Every single person in that office turned to look at me, and I felt the air leave my lungs because I was convinced she had somehow gotten Aspen to say that I had hurt other kids too, and that I was about to be arrested for crimes I never even committed. But then the psychologist turned to the principal and said, "I need you to pull up the records for 3 6th grade girls right now, because Aspen just told me everything." She explained that a group of older girls had been cornering my sister in the bathroom and behind the gym for the past 2 months, beating her and threatening her into silence. The psychologist looked at the officer and said, "These girls told Aspen that if she ever said a single word, they would make sure she regretted ever being born, and that nobody would believe some stupid little second grader anyway." Aspen had been so completely terrified of these girls that when her teacher asked about the bruises, she panicked and blurted out my name because it was the first thing that came to her mind, and blaming me meant she would never have to face her real abusers. Those 3 girls were expelled and ended up facing juvenile charges for what they did to my sister. About a month later, Aspen walked into my room and wrapped her arms around me, whispering, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know what else to say. I was so scared." I held her tight and told her, "You weren't trying to hurt me, you just didn't know how to ask for help."